A massive fire broke out in a passenger bus carrying around 40 people in Kanpur, creating panic on the busy road. The blaze spread quickly, but a group of brave policemen immediately rushed to the spot. They climbed onto the burning bus and helped passengers escape through windows and emergency exit. Thanks to their quick action, all passengers were safely rescued. The incident caused a traffic jam nearly 10 kilometers long as vehicles were stopped for emergency response. Fire teams later brought the flames under control and began investigating the cause. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on special visit to Karnataka and Goa today, where he will attend two major religious events. His first stop is Udupi, where he will take part in the Lakh Gita Parayana, a unique program in which nearly 1 lakh people will chant the Bhagavad Gita together. After this, the Prime Minister will travel to Konkona in Goa to unveil a 77 feet tall bronze statue of Lord Rama. The statue has been created by Ram Sutar, the artist behind the Statue of Unity. PM Modi will also inaugurate the Suvarna Tirth Mandap and dedicate a golden armor. A special postal stamp and commemorative coin will also be released during the ceremony. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan made an important statement at the Chanakya Defence Dialogue 2025, saying that the nature of war is changing faster than ever before. He explained that concepts which appear futuristic today can become outdated even before they are fully implemented. According to him, preparing for future warfare is directly linked to the survival of the armed forces. Earlier, President Draupadi Murmu attended the inaugural session of the event and Army Chief General Upen Trivedi delivered the keynote address, highlighting India's strategic challenges. The political dispute over the special intensive revision process has intensified, with a 5-member TMC delegation meeting the Election Commission today. The Congress has alleged that 26 booth-level officers have died in just 20 days during the SIR, calling it broad daylight murder. Congress leader Supriya Shrinate claimed that BLOs are being pressured to remove names of backward class voters from the list. She also said that the SIR has become the biggest tool for vote theft and accused officials of rushing the process deliberately. The Election Commission has yet to respond publicly. The Enforcement Directorate has carried out its first ever raid on the India-Myanmar border in Mizoram, targeting a large drug-linked money laundering network. Searches were conducted in Mizoram, Assam and Gujarat, where officials found Rs 52.8 crore in various accounts of Hawala operators. They also recovered Rs 35 lakhs in cash, digital devices and key documents. Investigators discovered that the drug syndicate was operating from Gujarat, sending precursor chemical to Mizoram. These chemicals were then smuggled to illegal labs in Myanmar, where synthetic drugs were produced and pushed back into India for distribution. The probe is still underway. A massive fire in a residential complex in Hong Kong, Tai Po district has caused a major tragedy. So far, 94 people have been confirmed dead and more than 280 remain missing. At least 76 people are injured. Early investigations show that the fire spread rapidly because flammable materials such as styrofoam and external mesh were used during construction. The Hong Kong government has launched a criminal investigation and has already arrested 3 individuals linked to the incident. Rescue teams continue to search the damaged building for survivors. In Pakistan, a shocking incident took place in Rawalpindi, where Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Suhail Afridi was pushed to the ground and beaten by police officer outside Adiala jail. He had reached the spot to support a protest in favor of Imran Khan. Reports suggest that the police action may have been carried out on instruction from the military. The Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI) has strongly condemned the assault, calling it a direct attack on democratic rights and political freedom in the country. Video clips of the incident are now widely circulating online. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that European countries have nothing to fear from Russia and that he is even willing to give them written guarantees of safety. He accused European leaders of spreading unnecessary fear due to pressure from Western arms companies. Putin's remarks come at a time when new peace plans for ending the Russia-Ukraine war are being discussed. He claimed that some countries are using anti-Russia sentiment to justify increased defense spending. Global leaders are watching the development closely as talks continue. The Indian stock market began the day on the strong note as the Sensex climbed 100 points to reach 85,820 in the early trade. The Nifty also showed a positive trend, rising 20 points and trading comfortably in the green. Investor sentiments improved due to stable global cues and strong buying in banking and IT stocks. A major highlight of the day was the debut of Sudeep Pharma, whose share listed with an impressive 23% gain. Market experts say the trend may stay positive if global market remains steady. A major spotlight has fallen on the massive pay gap in Indian cricket after the recent Women's League auction. All players of India's world champion women's team were bought for a combined total of just Rs 22.65 crore. In comparison, a single male player like Rishabh Pant earned Rs 27 crore in the IPL alone, more than the entire women's squad put together. Shockingly, not even one women player crossed the Rs 4 crore mark in the auction. Experts say the figure highlight how unequal the earnings still are despite women bringing pride to the nation with world titles. Several cities in Rajasthan received rain today, bringing a sudden change in weather and dropping temperatures across the region. In Madhya Pradesh, the Meteorological Department has issued a cold wave alert starting from December 1st, warning that icy winds may cause severe winter conditions in many districts. Meanwhile, in Uttarakhand, temperature in 4 major pilgrims areas have fallen below -10 degrees Celsius. The extreme cold has led to frost, frozen water sources and increased difficulties for locals. Authorities have advised people to stay warm and avoid early morning travel. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.